and the light so clear. Whispers in the dark, only I can hear. Tarot cards flip, revealing their tale. Pendulum swings where secrets prevail. Through the stream I bring the unseen, messages from places you've never been. Spirit talks and I lend my ear. Left from the beyond I make it all clear. Oracle speaks in riddles and rhyme, ghostly echoes that transcend time. I'm the bridge where two worlds meet, the living and the dead at my feet.
Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to hang on here for just a little bit. Welcome, welcome, come on in. My name is Natalie. I am the owner of the Pendulums Path. I'm a psychic medium, and I am your host for this evening's show. Hi, how's it going, everyone? For those of you who are new, the way that this works, you come in, you got a question, ask a question. I do need your name. I do need your birthday. I do not do health. I don't do pregnancy. I don't do legal. I don't do mental health. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a physician. If you want those answers, go to them. Okay? As much as I would love to have X-ray vision and be able to tell you what's going on inside of you, don't have that ability. So, let's get going, shall we? I'm going to wait for some more people to come on in. I got the chat on. Go ahead and hit the share button or tag your friends and let them know that you're into this and that they should come and hang out for like an hour or so. I do have a small announcement that I will get to when a few more people show on up. And it does affect like the next two shows, maybe the next two shows. Hi, Melissa. Hey, girl. Hey. There's Jamila. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining for another amazing night. How's that full moon? Huh? Has anyone's sleep been disrupted the past few nights? Feeling irritable, on edge? Ready to move the fuck on from stuff? That is definitely like the energy that I was getting. But it was like moving on from like being stuck. You know? A lot of like, let's get moving energy. I like it. I am so tired too, girl. It is insane. And I already deal with chronic fatigue. I'm like, I don't need this. Like, I don't need this added on top. That's kind of ridiculous, you know? That's kind of ridiculous. I'm going to turn down my my brightness. Look at that. Now you don't see as much glare in my glasses. Amazing. And I can still see what's going on in the chat. Genius. Alrighty. All right. We got a few more people in here now. All right, I'll make my little announcement. So, you know how like I keep having surgeries and stuff like that, and how I had to take almost like a whole year off kind of because of surgeries. I get to have surgery again. Sorry. This one's not going to be like a huge deal though. I should be out for like maybe a week, 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is kind of what my surgeon said, to like really take it easy for, and then I can kind of like ease my way back into things, which is fine. I totally need another break right at like the beginning of the school year. Just that's perfect timing as always, universe. But it shouldn't be a very long procedure. I should be in and out pretty quick. But I will not be able to like sit and do readings comfortably for a bit, considering like, you know, my leg is just like, my leg hurts so bad right now. It's okay. It's fine. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be great, right? It'll be great. Venus has you feeling lonely. I know, and you're like, I mean, Tauruses, we do like our solitude. We do like our solitude. I will say that, like, as much as I love being around my friends and I love being around my family and I love being social, being in my little nook by myself is just, that's just bliss for me. With a snack and some tea, heck yes. And like, just all the stuff. All the stuff. Okay. Hi Tanya. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you again. And happy birthday again for Tanya, whose birthday was just like a few days ago. And then also, if we can wish Cage Man 304 a happy birthday, because it's his birthday in a few days. So happy birthday to both of you guys. I love you. Love you guys. Yeah, all the stuff. I enjoy my me time. Okay. Let's take a look here. Erica wants to know, will you hear from James soon? Or how's the next month like? How's the next month gonna go? How's August gonna go? For Erica, leaning into the love energy. We'll just throw a card out here today. Okay, so I do see delayed success. I'm sorry to say. All right, world card in reverse. Maybe like some stagnation coming from this guy. Okay, and I say what I say with love, and sometimes I mean, it's not like I like giving great news. Okay, like bad news. I hate giving like bad news. And be like, I don't see this working out. Doesn't mean that it's over for you though. Does not mean that it's over for you though, because I do see like with the death card that even though like something feels like it's coming to an end, it doesn't mean that like things are over, right? It does seem like he's got like his own world going on around him at the moment, and you're determined to have a transformation when it comes to love. You're definitely, it's not like you're setting it as a priority, but it's like, you know, if love comes in, I definitely can like rearrange my priorities for the right person, right? I do see that there is another knight coming in for you that's not only gonna be like, they're gonna be a hard worker, like a hard-working individual, but they also have this like soft mushy romantic side about them, that you might like, that you might enjoy. They're not going to ask you to leave your hermit shell though, okay? But they will entertain your mind with like some new possibilities, okay? So keep a lookout for that guy, okay? Because that guy seems like he's just kind of like, he's not necessarily like leading you on, but it's just, I just heard like, girl, he's just not that into you like right now, or his mind is ultra focused on everything but like that. Yeah, I know you'd rather me be honest, but like, yeah, no, totally, he's totally thinking about you, and I'm sitting there going, I don't see that. Like, I don't see that. Okay, when it comes to like having a will for Jamila, that goes into legal, and I can't look into legal. But that being said, I don't, aside from the legal part, I don't feel that she took it that seriously that she needed to put it on paper. It's like, I feel like it's like multiple opportunities, never took the chance, like never never did that. Never got into that kind of thing. Yeah, they didn't have like the vision, or like she didn't look ahead to see what was going to happen. And now that, like, when it comes to the will situation, it looks like whatever you have an opportunity to take it. Okay, like whatever someone feels like maybe garbage is not really garbage. It's treasure for someone else. So it's like, take your treasures. But as far as like leaving a will and things like that, I don't see her writing anything down. I don't feel like she went to go and see anyone about that, but I feel like other people had asked her about it multiple times, and she just like, yeah, I'll get to it, and then never did. Don't worry about them not being there or being around you, guys, like at all. Don't worry about that. It's like a big old family reunion up there for them. I do feel though like the mother is more around the male figure. Could have been like mama's boy, kind, not in a bad way or anything like that. Like, it's just like that close knit tie. Like, she was very nurturing, possibly, to them. I do feel like it's like, how do I do this without them? How do I do this without calling them? Like, I need to call my mom, but I can't. Like, there's anger even there about not being able to do that. She also just says stay on top. Even though this is not a health reading, the advice is just stay on top of your health, and that's all she's saying. I feel like that you'll know exactly why. Did someone have a nasal cannula? Like, walked around with a nasal cannula? Had an oxygen tank, or has one at night, or had one at night to to help breathe? Does that resonate for you? Because I feel like it would be hard for her. Like, I'm feeling feeling like it's hard for me to breathe. So it's like, if my lungs don't want to expand, I just feel like there's like a lot of fluid buildup, or like I would need a nasal cannula to help put oxygen into my body. And also, somebody had like very swollen feet as well. Someone had like feet issues, swollen feet, something along those lines. Life goes too fast, she says. It goes too quick. It goes too quick. Never enough time. She's like, there's not enough hours in the day, the week, the month, the millennia to get done what you need to get done. Okay, that's okay. It could be like a great grandma that's around, that's like also there, kind of just hanging around with him as well. Something about like, Did someone take a skillet or a frying pan, like a favorite frying pan or cast iron pan, or a it looks like everything was made in this pot and pan. Like, it was used for everything. Who has that pan? Because it feels like there's a lot of love in that pan. If that makes sense for you. someone also has, like, I don't know if it's a worry about dying, if it's a worry about death, if it's a fear of death, it's fear of like what happens when we get to the other side. If someone has a fear of that, that fear also needs to like work it out, talk it out. It's an unnecessary worry. It's like, it's unnecessary. Don't worry. Don't worry about the unnecessary worries. Don't worry about it. I feel like that's just a message for everybody as well. Like we shouldn't have to fear death, because it's an experience. Our bodies and our spirits and our souls will know exactly what to do at the time that our passing happens. Our body will know what to do. Our soul and spirit will know what to do. It's from what I understand. Take a look. Let me refresh my comments. Do. David, I got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like, your family is aware of the disharmony and group conflict that's going on. Also, the Hermit in reverse is saying that you desperately need to connect with, like, the people that actually like you, that you need to be around. Okay. Whether you felt lonely recently, you feel like you're just kind of isolated where you're at, like any seclusion that you're dealing with, being around people that you want to be around will help make you feel a lot better. Okay. Also, the conflict at work that's also paired with the financial insecurity at work. And it's not like you're worried about the money that you have now, you're worried about what's going to happen once that conflict reaches a point of tension where you're just like, I can't agree. There is just nothing going to be nothing but disagreement. Okay. Like the Six of Pentacles paired with Justice. I feel like whoever's giving you money, it would be fair with the Justice card here. It would be a fair give. They're worried. Okay, who was it that had ulcers in the stomach? Dave. Or maybe they didn't tell you that, but do you know of anyone who had ulcers in the stomach or esophagus? Let me know if that makes sense. Unless you bounced on out. Perhaps he bounced. Oh, Mom did. Okay. Sorry. It just took a second for that text to come through. she also worries that you may end up with the same affliction if you don't address. She says it runs in the family. So when she's got worry, she's got hand on the shoulder, which is like my sign for worried about you, and then she's showing me obviously what looks like, ulcers and scarring, like from the stomach on up. She worries about that running in the family, so try not to. Sorry, someone was having a hard time getting onto the show there. Seeing if I can help. You eat a lot of Tums, or like the antacid. She's worried about she shows me empty bottles of antacid, so she's like concerned about how much you take because of that. She worries about that for you. I know you're like, I just want to hear from like my dad and my grandpa. Mom's like, I'm here too. They are aware that you're trying to avoid conflict, or it's like you're trying to keep the peace, or someone's trying to be try to be the peacekeeper. However, whoever's being dishonest about things, it's going to lead to, so the more that other person's being dishonest, the worse the situation's probably going to get. Doesn't want to see you get heartbroken over that. It's up to them, though, to tell the truth about their situations. Dad jokes. Dad jokes. Dad jokes. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah. Hey, there you are. It's you. You got on. Yay. You're welcome, Dave. Also for Jamila, your brother says you need to start taking care, like do things for you. Like when are you going to start doing things for you instead of doing things for others, kind of thing. It's like no one else is going to do it. You need to do it. Haha. Hello, Aaron. How are you, sir? Your brother's like takes from everyone, take from her pocket, gives to everybody else, but at the end of the day, there's nothing left for her. You got to save some for you. Let's see who's next. I got about a half hour left. We're halfway through the show. If anyone wants to book in with me, you're gonna have to wait like 2 weeks or more to book in with me. Just because of recovery and things like that. I think in order for me to get really like acquainted with your family, Jamila, I'd probably have to have you book a private session with me. Because sometimes Spirit doesn't want to air everything out like on public forum and whatnot. Because sometimes Spirit's like, I'm not airing all that stuff out. Like in front of everybody. Sometimes they do, but he's like, They close a big velvet curtain on me that's like, that's okay, got it. He's like, I'm not airing my business out on anybody, on like public forum. He's like, not everyone needs to know our business. It doesn't mean that he's not, doesn't want to say stuff to you. Just sometimes Spirit doesn't want to like air out all of the business on public forums. You know what I mean? I can respect that. Although I do have like this funny thought that like whenever my time comes and I cross over and then I get in touch with the medium and then the medium is like, were you a medium? And then there's just like all this confusion over who's over me being a medium coming through and talking to another medium. I think that would be funny. But if anyone wants to book a session with me, go to my website, thependulumspath.com, and click on services at the top corner. And book now because they're already like running out. I've already had a few people like book in with me for a few weeks from now. So if you'd like a session, I highly recommend you doing that. I'm booking it as soon as possible. You're wondering if all the signs that you've been getting over the past 6 or 7 months, sign of self-awakening. Hi, Keely. No, it's a great question. It's absolutely a great question to ask. I mean, okay. You already have like a high stress life or a high stress job, or just your life is just high stress anyway, or like high demanding stuff, right? So I do feel like for the longest time your focus was on everything except the spiritual side, and it's almost as if someone flipped a light switch and you were like dead asleep and all of a sudden just like bright light came on and you're just like, I'm here now. Not only are you like just aware of people's energies, like you're seeing people's auras, which is like that little white halo that kind of like radiates off of people's bodies, if you're able to see that. You're seeing people in the corner of your eye standing in like the doorways. It's almost like you're driving and you're like, you can feel like someone's in the car next to you, like in the car next to you or in the car behind you. There's this almost clairaudient, you're hearing whispers or hearing your name being called out, and no one is calling your name out. Girl, that's me all the time. I'm like, what do you want? Everyone's like, no one said your name. And I'm like, I distinctly heard someone yelling my name. So who was that? And then I have to play a fun round of Invisible Guess Who, which is really hard. It's really difficult to do an invisible game of Guess Who. The visuals for sure. Awesome. Don't be surprised if you start hearing things in a non-schizophrenic way. Okay. In a non-schizophrenic way, you may start hearing things. I mean, I called up my therapist one day and I was like, okay, so I think you broke me. She's like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I was like, I think I might be schizophrenic. And she's like, that's not really how that works. That's like really not how that works. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, people who are schizophrenic don't just walk in and say, hey, I think I'm schizophrenic. I was like, okay, good to know. It took us a couple weeks, but we figured it out. What I would suggest doing, because yes, you are going through a spiritual awakening, okay? It is one of many. You've already had a couple of spiritual awakenings already, but it hasn't been as dramatic, okay? Like those odd curiosities that have led you down like Buddhist paths or meditative paths, or learning about the chakra systems, learning about yoga, learning about breath work, all of those things. And you're just like, this is like a whole new world, you know? And it is in true Disney lyrical form. It's a wondrous place, you know, that you never knew. And already listening to your intuition, you already know is key to it. Okay, just trusting yourself. It is so hard to trust yourself. It is very hard to trust yourself at times. Even though you are yourself, it's still hard to listen to it and actually follow through with that, you know, with that thought. Because sometimes you think, I think I'm crazy. Am I crazy? I could be going crazy. You're not going crazy. I mean, you might be a little bit crazy, but again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to diagnose you as being crazy. What I am going to say is that if you struggle to do a meditation, okay, this is just for everyone. If you struggle to meditate, try guided meditation. If that does not work for you, try coloring, try doodling, try drawing, try doing a puzzle with music playing in the background, and just try to clear your mind. It is amazing the stuff that like comes into you while you get into that space. Meditation is not just like there's only one way to meditate. There's a bajillion ways to meditate because people think and experience things in different ways. So like literally do what feels the most comfortable for you. I get a lot of relaxation doing like Zen line art and things like that. I was just thinking, I was like, do I have any one of those drawings in here? No, I don't. I'll have to post some on my thing. But yeah, just saddle up. Okay. The more that you meditate, the more that you sit in the power of spirit, okay? Sitting in your spiritual place and listening to what your higher self has to say. Your higher self already knows what's going to happen. Your higher self already knows what you need to know. You just have to listen to them. It's almost like your future self is like, hey, I got some spoilers for you. And you don't need like 5 bajillion crystals in order to like be achieved in being an intuitive. Everybody has intuition. It's just a matter of how much you listen to it and use it, you know. And then once you start listening to it, then you end up having to like set boundaries, because you're like, okay, I'm being woken up at all times of the day and night trying to like get messages in. I need to set some boundaries. And then you're like, okay, don't bother me while I'm in my bedroom. Don't bother me while I'm sleeping. Don't bother me in the bathroom. Stuff like that. That's what I have to do. Because otherwise you end up waking up at 3 a.m. with a deceased gentleman with one arm staring at you. Thankfully, his family had already booked a session with me and like was able to validate that, yes, they have a one-armed man in their family. That was a wild thing. That was wild. It was wild. Let's see. Let me see who else is in here. And if anybody wants a reading tonight, just send me your name and your birthday and whatever it is that you need to know. Like, what question you got? Oh yeah, the one-armed man. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. That blew everyone's mind, mine included. That was a wild situation. I had to tell him, I was like, can you please just like stop like removing your arm from your body? I understand. Thank you. Please, what are you doing in my room? Get out. Get out. You are in charge of your own spiritual journey. Everybody on this planet is in charge of their own spiritual journey. It's up to you on how much you want to connect to that, okay? How much you want to walk on that path, okay? It's not like I woke up one day and decided I'm going to be a psychic medium. I went through some pretty traumatic stuff. I learned how to do grounding meditations, and then my life changed drastically one day. Very, very drastically. Was it scary? Yeah, you betcha. It absolutely was. It was a very, very scary situation. Am I grateful I went through it? Yeah, absolutely I am. It's led me to some amazing opportunities. Some amazing opportunities. I was gonna say I saw Shauna. I did see Shauna. I was like, I saw her name in here as well. Who else is in here who would like a message? I saw Melissa as well. It'd be weird me taking off like another 2 weeks again. Hate having surgeries. It's not fun. Even though you have a session with me right after the show, you're like, you know what? You know what? Okay. Keely, you know, like the investigation discovery show, like Snapped. I feel like that might be relevant to this. I feel that she's put you in an impossible position, and I feel like Spirit's like, we're not going to air out all of the underwear right now. Did she like either follow through with the threat or was making threats that you were scared she was going to follow through on? Does that make sense? And it's not necessarily like threats on you, it's like threats on her own self. Whether that was like a threat to harm herself or something else. You can be her best friend, but you can't be her mom. Yeah, 100%. She's like, yeah, 100%. Yeah, she all right. This is no slide on my favorite Leos in my life, all right, but like she kind of went wild. like Leo energy stepped in and she went wild. There's a lot going on, obviously, internally, emotionally, that she's not showing other people, and it's like it needs to be seen, okay? She's got this insane belief that everything is just going to magically work out, but she needs to actively put effort into things, okay? Like, magic doesn't get dropped off by Amazon as much as I wish it was sometimes. I mean, I know that we're going to talk about this more afterwards, but like, is she already on a 72-hour stay already? Like an unplanned vacation is what I'm going to call it. Like, she's on an unplanned vacation. And it's been a humbling blow for her. But it needed to be. It needed to be. It needed to be. Literally did. It was insane. Yes, she thinks that. Whew. Magic doesn't just show up at your freaking doorstep. Just because you light a candle doesn't mean that, like, things are going to work out magically for you. You have to do things to, like, you know? It's like you have to do something and that. It's, you can't, in order to get a job, you have to apply for it, right? Like, you have to fill out an application. No one is just, you're not going to walk in and just magically someone's just gonna be like, hey, are you in need of a job randomly, and then hire you on the spot. You have to speak up and say, hey, I'm ready for this. It's like she needs to put her brain on ice. Like, her mind needs to chill out. It's been the same argument every time. Okay. To sum things up, just Cliff Notes version, because we'll get into things deeper after the show. Okay. Are you deeply connected to her? Yes, you are. You're best friends. Okay. Like, you have a deep connection. Okay. There's elements of love in there. You, while you are an immense inspiration to others, whether you think that or not, okay, doesn't matter. You have this attitude of yes, I can, or yes, we can, or whatever, okay? You have this sense of renewal that you give to other people, all right? I do see that she's going to try to keep everybody satisfied. But I also see that her stagnation is only going to continue to result in failed plans for her unless she changes things, okay? Unless she starts taking action. She needs to stop being impulsive and start taking, like, actual planned action, all right? I do see that the mom energy or the sister energy is the one who's, like, constantly trying to give her that stability, but she needs to go after, she needs a fire lit under her own butt and be open to change, okay? And we'll talk more about that after the show. Because we will. Just, Keely this morning, she's just like, listen, I know you don't have anything available, but, like, do you have anything available? Sometimes I say yes. Sometimes I have time for friends and clients and people. Even if I don't have anything open, sometimes I'm able to squeeze you guys in. Shauna Duffy wants to know, I saw something about promotion. Where was that? Shauna, sorry I'm late. Frosting. Oh, I mean, I want frosting. Hello, Sharon Song. How are you? How is everything, like, on the other side of the world, basically? Shauna Duffy wanted to know about the promotion. Okay. Yes, take the promotion or go after the promotion, but you also need to understand that it comes with a caveat of you are going to have to be responsible for everything that the other people are not taking responsibility for. And if you are not okay doing that, taking on that extra responsibility of what everybody else doesn't do, or like if they don't come in, you are going to have to like, you know, do something. It's if you want to take that on, absolutely go for it. It would be good for you. But it also comes with the caveat that your coworkers, especially the ones that kind of drive you batty, you're going to have to be responsible for that. Is it going to be financially abundant for you? Absolutely it will. Absolutely it will. And you'll be able to get like the things that you lost, you'll be able to get them back, okay? And get them again if whatever, okay? It'll help you to be a bit more independent. You also know that like this, okay, your whole job situation, Wally even said like the last show, yes, you were going to get a job and you did get a job. And I even got 2 free donuts out of it, guys. How awesome is that? I got 2 free donuts out of that. You've already shown them what you're capable of doing. Now that could be a great thing or it could be a really not great thing, because now they know what you're capable of. And now when you say, oh, I don't know how to do that, they'll know you're lying and that you do know how to do that, and you know how to do it really, really well. Unfortunately, or fortunately, both. Yeah, it's like, yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I will always take more donuts. I will always take donuts. So it's up to you. I mean, everybody has free will, free choice to do whatever you were going to do, right? And with every action or inaction, there is going to be a consequence. Okay, it's just it's like the law, you know. There has to be a consequence for everything that we do, small, big, whatever, indifferent. It doesn't matter. But there's always going to be a result from a decision. You know you can. Do you want to? That is up to you. I do see that it would work out well for you if you did, but I do worry that you are going to get burned out. Yay, the coloring book. Love coloring books. Yeah. Someone's got to do it, right? The store can't shut down. I mean, the store could shut down. Make sure you're setting a standard that other people are going to follow. All right. Change is always like a good thing, you know. And when it comes to this change is a good for you. Yeah, I just worry that you get burned out. Okay. And if that starts happening, then you know what you need to do and start asking for either a break or for other people to start taking on a bit more responsibility, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? You know how to do stuff, right? Perfection, Jesus, no. Efficient. Doesn't have to be necessarily perfect, but efficiency. Efficiency is key, right? Like, it doesn't have to be like immaculate, but be efficient about it. Just make sure it doesn't look like crap. All right, who's next? I got time for maybe 1 or 2 more if you'd like a reading. I just need your name and your birthday and what it is that you would like to know. Whether it's guidance on something, you want to know something's going to turn out I can't do, like pregnancy, legal, diagnosing stuff, can't do any of that. Exactly. Quality first. You gotta be quick about it. I was like a queen of efficiency when I was at AC More. And I was like, no. I was like, that takes way too long. It's clumsy. Everything's in the way. Step aside. Let me at it. And then I showed people a whole new way of doing things. It took 6 seconds as opposed to 3 minutes. Or I would see people doing it one way. I'm like, why are you doing it like that? That's just so complicated. It's just, I'm going to eliminate like 5 steps for you. Hey, look, same thing, same results. No extra parts. Like I was telling you about, like I was like loophole queen. Hi, Cody. How are you? Okay, Cody, you got a grandpa around you. I know that was like sudden really fast, but he's like, you let him know I'm here. I also feel like that there's like, either you're I feel like that there's like vibes of a relationship around you. Either like you're shy around this person, like you're scared that everything's gonna like go up in flames, or like, which grandpa? Oh God. I see. Okay, this is an oddly specific thing. I see him wearing overalls and a cap. Like, there's a cap and overalls, and that's how he presents himself to me. So if you understand which grandpa that is from that, let me know. If that's like ultra specific for a grandpa. This anxiety that like everything, bigger guy. He's a larger fella. He had a belly on him from like eating like a lot of red meat and a lot of sugary stuff. Like he did not give a rat's ass. I feel like he would just say stuff like that, like I don't give a rat's ass. If someone said, hey, like you need to make some changes or something like that, he would be like, I don't give a shit. Not that he was being mean about it, but just that's his attitude about things. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, it's fine. I'm going to die anyway. Kind of fella. He's very proud of you. He's trying to do better. That's what he says. He's trying to do better. And he is aware that you maybe haven't done so well recently. I mean, I know that that's kind of vague on YouTube, but I feel like you're going to understand the tone that he's saying. That's your Paplaroo. Gotcha. Yeah, he had a big old belly. He's glad to see you trying harder. He knows you struggle with mental stuff, but that's not something that he necessarily would have talked about while he was here. You may struggle to believe that like all is going to be well. Okay, you may struggle to believe that you're not going to be balanced forever, or that there is an imbalance for you, because it's like this comes out saying like find a balance in reverse. So it's like you may struggle to either be balanced, like your mind might not be balanced, or your energy might not be balanced, Instead of focusing on the negatives in life, which I know that there are plenty of, okay? There are plenty of things in this world to like not be thrilled about, okay? Especially like where we live, you know? Instead of focusing on the negatives. And I know it's hard. It's so hard to sit there and be like, there is a little sliver of hope. There is a little sliver of light, even in amongst the darkness, okay? Because even in darkness, there's shadows, right? And in order for there to be shadows, you need light. All right? Like the darkness can't exist without the light, and light can't exist without the darkness. They both have to be there, all right? It doesn't mean that the bad stuff goes away. It doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Okay, but the more that you focus on something, the more that you feed it your energy, the bigger it gets. And we don't want that. Okay, all right. So instead of staring at the big, big, dark, scary black hole that's just like there, look at the little like sliver of hope. Okay, that's in there. Okay. You have such a big heart, and you keep your heart open for literally anybody who you feel you can trust it with. Okay, if you feel like you're going to mess all of this up, or the relationship that's happening or surrounding you right now is like falling to pieces, or you have like that anxiety, communication is key. You talk about things. Okay, the less that, if you don't talk about things, it makes it worse. Okay, it makes it fester. All right. Trusting the universe is very, very hard, but you're not like, things aren't going to happen unless you take action. So you got to take action in life to get what you want, right? If you want to win the lottery, you have to buy a ticket. Yeah. It's like okay, I'm hearing like a conversation happening, and but your mind is like, but what if they don't actually mean that? Like, what if they say I love you and they don't actually like mean that, or they're just kind of pretending? Trusting people is just as hard, sometimes even harder than trusting the universe. Don't throw cards. Don't throw cards. That's not nice. Don't throw cards. All right, well, they threw this out for a reason. It says honor your feelings, Cody. So honor them, all right? Your feelings are real. They're valid. They deserve to be discussed, especially with somebody that you are trusting, one of your most precious things in the world. That's like your love and your heart, right? Oh, thank you, Sharon. That's so sweet. Sharon says it reminds me of earlier days when you had some seriously jealous onlookers. And I did, didn't I? Whew! I got kicked out of groups because they were like, I don't like her. You don't just wake up like this. Like, well, I did. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes my accuracy scares me at times, Sharon. Like, there have been times where I'm like, I can't believe that just happened. I think one time I did a reading for someone. It was on a live, and I said like something about like, it feels like this happened like 3 minutes ago, and the person's like, quite literally, I just got off the phone with the person about this conversation about 3 minutes ago. Yes. Yeah. It was wild. Or I'll tell somebody, yes, you're going to get a job. It's going to be like really soon. And then they, bring donuts to my front door because they got a job. Which I love. My child was utterly thrilled. She's like, free donuts? I was like, free donut, babe. Have at it. But then there are other times where I'm like, oh man, I wish I wasn't right about that. Like, I really wish I'd been wrong about that. Whoops. Sometimes I'm right about things and I'm like, I wish that hadn't happened for that person. But, life happens. Life happens. I've coined like this phrase now that a couple of my friends enjoy, and I'm like, nature do be naturing. Like, nature does do what nature does, right? So if it's only natural to happen, nature do be naturing. I use that term naturing for a lot of things. Like, yeah, Nature DV naturing. Hardcore. I'm going to do a quick collective message. This is going to be for everybody before I bounce on out of here. So don't be surprised if you don't see me next Saturday at 7 or the next Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. But I should be back on the 3rd Saturday in August. I will probably set that up tonight or tomorrow so you guys can keep it logged in underneath your announcements. All right. Thank you, spirits, angels, ancestors, and guides for coming through for everybody as a collective and giving a message that we all need to hear for the month of August. Trust that all will be well. Trust that all is going to be well. All right. Especially when everything feels so uncertain in life, and especially because so many things are completely out of our control. You know, I say this multiple times in my life. The only thing that you have any control over in this life is yourself. That's it. That's the only thing you have any control over is yourself. And even then, sometimes we lose control of ourselves, right? So don't spend all of your energy into trying to control other people, other situations. Let literally the cards fall where they may, and trust that everything is going to work out exactly as it is supposed to, okay? There are some people, there are some things, there are some feelings, there are some situations that we are definitely going to have to detoxify ourselves from, to step away from, whether we are like breaking old habits, starting new habits, even to detoxify ourselves from the bad stuff that we have been doing to ourselves recently. Okay, I am now 6 months nicotine free, and it's been very hard. Okay, but I'm still trying to detoxify myself from like that negative habit. Okay. Also, while we are detoxifying ourselves and getting rid of all of the nasty shit from our lives, we also need to open up to change. Okay, things aren't going the way that you want them to. Change yourself, change your mindset, change your action, change your behavior. Do something to make a change. If you don't like how something is going, communicate. That's part of change. Taking action, okay? But don't render yourself or believe that you are powerless. You yourselves, all of us are very, 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 very powerful beings, and we all need to kind of take a step forward into that and say, you know what, I'm stronger than I actually give myself credit for. Because even when we are wondering, is everything going to be okay? That panic, that worry is very ungrounding. We need to remain grounded and step into that energy, knowing that like the spirit's got us. Okay? Whatever your beliefs are, whatever you honor in your heart as far as a faith or whatever, step into that energetic power, that strength, and know that so long as you open yourself up to change and lean away from the toxic stuff, you'll be on your way to a better tomorrow. Okay? So I hope that makes sense for you. All right? And stop answering the texts from your ex. I don't know who needs to hear that, but like someone needs to stop answering texts from their ex. So if you hear that message and it's resonating for you, stop it. All right, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. If you want to book a session with me, head on over to my website, thependulumspath.com, click on services, and do that. Keep your eyes peeled for the next show, which is going to be in roughly 3 weeks. I apologize, but I got to take care of some stuff. Okay. I'll check in with you guys. I'm going to set things up for the pick one of 3 cards in a little bit. So keep your eyes peeled for that one so you can pick your own card. It rhymes. Okay. Love you guys. Check in with me if you guys need a venting space. I am the sounding board. All right. Love you guys so much. I will catch you soon. Take care. And as always, I hope that all made sense for you. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.